That's Dude.
That's Dude.
And welcome to Lazyboys Night.
Outside edition, so that can only mean one thing.
What's that?
Usually it's a dude there.
Is it a dude there?
Well, no, it's not actually.
So it means two things.
Oh, I know what this means.
What does it mean?
I'm looking at your t-shirt.
Oh, it says...
I'm looking at my
Nat.
t-shirt.
Oh wait, it says Canada.
Hey, it's a Canada Day special episode.
I'm a little disappointed. I poured bad head for Canada Day.
Dude.
I know, I was so caught up in what's going on here. Oh, what are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
Oh, you know, this is perfect for our shirts. This is the Jurassic IPA from Cameron's Brewing.
Cameron's Brewing.
We'll get a picture up, but you can see the leaves.
Yeah.
It looks like the pattern on our shirts. And by the way,
and our shirts
and pants.
And pants.
Where do we get these?
These are a gift from Paul in Sudbury.
Thank you, Paul in Sudbury.
Paul.
I feel
That's
so
awesome.
styling right now. I feel
like,
very Jurassic tropical.
The funny thing is I picked out this t-shirt because we're doing the Canada Day special, and then we opened up just a few minutes ago. We had to change, and this is what we got as a gift. And I'm like, this is awesome because we're actually drinking Jurassic beer. And legit, I'm not lying to you, we had picked the beer and then we had received the shirts after. So that's super creepy, Paul. The fact that you knew.
It's not creepy, it's awesome.
You're awesome. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say you're not creepy, it's just the idea of it is creepy. Anyways,
all right.
I digress, but awesome closing. Let's find out what this beer is all about.
It's just two guys talking. There they go again, saying anything. Talking about nothing. Nothing new to say. Talking anyway. So much to review. So let's have a cold brew. A cold brew. Everybody's talking. It's not anything. No one's listening. Talking about nothing. They're all yammering. I can't hear a thing. Nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Oh,
Welcome to Jurassic Beer.
Jurassic beer is
It's the Jurassic
fantastic.
IPA from Cameron. Good job, Cameron. It's a strong beer.
And
Wow,
you-
6.8
And
alcohol.
we're super judgy when it comes to IPAs.
We
Big
are.
time. Like we have issues with judgment when it comes to IPAs and every other little brewery that has.
Here's the thing.
When it
For a
comes-
strong beer, I find it very refreshing. I find usually the strong beers are a lot heavier and it's delicious, but it's the kind of thing you're like, I'll have one. But this one is still super refreshing despite the oomph to it.
And to full disclosure, Cameron's has been around for a while, for a long time.
It's a quality brewery.
If I'm not mistaken, we'll have it at the bottom, but I think they've been around for over 20 years doing craft beers. And actually, when we went to a couple of episodes, I think it was last week's episode, it's hard to tell when you're watching this, but anyways, we went to the Orleans Craft
Beer Fest.
Festival. We met the people from Cameron's, and
Really
they
nice
were
people.
fantastic
Oh, yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
We had a blast at their booth. We had fantastic conversations, and their beer.
And, you know, this is
amazing.
what, to me, when you see people who care about their product the way they did, and there's a lot of craft brewers out there who do
we had
care
a
because that's why they
blast.
get into it. But you can tell when they care about their product, the quality comes out in the product. And this is a quality
So
beer.
Go back and check that video when we do the little tour around the festival itself, and you'll see all the different people that we've met, but everybody was super nice.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? My biggest takeaway from that festival was just how amazing everybody was and how everybody was in a good mood. And I'm not just talking about the breweries. Everybody there,
patrons, everybody.
Everybody was in such a fantastic mood because
beer
we've gone
fans.
through several years of holding back on everything we're doing.
Yeah.
And for me, personally, I don't know if it was the same for you, but that was my first major outing since the whole pandemic.
Festival style outing, yeah, that was the first in 2.5 years.
But yeah,
I agree.
Everybody, thank you so much. Cameron's
Had a black. Oh yeah.
out of the park, man. This is awesome.
Beauty. All right.
Mm. Speaking of beauty, eh?
Beauty, eh?
Since-
Go.
Oh, you know what I forgot to bring?
What?
The crappy bowl.
Oh, is that today a crappy
It
bowl?
is a crappy bowl today, but I read the question.
Is this a specific
It
candidate
is
question?
very, because we, okay, here's full disclosure again. All right, we're going to be totally honest with you guys. I asked Dude,
Okay.
I said, we can't look at the questions, but I said, go through the bowl and pick a question that is as Canadian as it can possibly be.
Okay,
And
so
I said,
we
if you
weeded
don't-
out from the crappy bowl.
And I said, if you don't find one, make one up.
Okay.
So I don't know if this was made up. Was it made up? Dude, what are you doing? Look at me. Was that made up or did you find it in the bowl? Just not saying anything. Dude, not dude.
Anyway, so what is the question?
The question was this. I'm going to paraphrase. The question was, as a Canadian, what is your favorite thing about either being Canadian or Canada itself?
Okay.
And the follow-up question is, what is the thing that you like the least about either being Canadian or Canada itself?
So both your favorite and your least favorite thing about Canada
so both
or
ends
being
of the
Canadian.
spectrum. Both ends of the spectrum.
That's
that
a
was the
loaded question.
So this is officially, you want to see it? This is a
Crappy bowl of
mystery.
All
I
right.
have right here, but it's
So
over there.
this is a loaded question, man.
Loaded.
It is because
Okay, so-
I think the favorite thing is easy. The least favorite thing is
Okay,
kind of,
so it's like when everybody says good news, bad news first. What do you want to do? Bad news?
I usually like to start with the bad news.
I
'cause
always like
to
to
end
start
on
with the
a high
bad
note.
news.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm the same way. So start with the bad news.
All right, the bad news is a little tricky for me because, to be honest, right now the thing I like the least is a highly political thing, and we don't do politics
Yeah,
on the
we
show.
don't want to touch the whole
So-
political thing.
Straying away from the political aspect, let's just talk social-cultural.
Oh, by the way,
What?
when this is airing, tomorrow's Canada Day.
That's right. Today is,
Just so you know.
June 30th, the day before Canada Day. Tomorrow,
So,
Canada Day, July
On a
1st.
typical Canadian, first of July Canada Day, it is muggy as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And there's always rain. So
Not always.
pretty much. Anyways, that being said, just to set you up, and you were saying that it's non-political. What is the thing that comes to mind first?
I'm gonna say the thing I like least about being Canadian is how, for some reason, we're always compared to the States.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's I'm a fan of The Simpsons, but I remember the episode where they visited
Yeah.
Canada. They called it America Junior.
Yeah.
And if you travel abroad to Europe and stuff, people hear you and hear your accent, and they'll assume you're American. And then you
We're
explain you're
literally,
Canadian.
we're the little brother of
Yeah,
America.
you explain you're Canadian, then they're all happy.
Yeah.
But then they suspect, are you just saying you're Canadian because Americans are poorly viewed across
Did you
the
just
world?
sew that
Or
patch
are
on
you
your backpack
actually
because
exactly
you're American and you want to have a Canadian flag on your backpack?
Now, once you
That's
prove-
a true thing, by the way.
It is. Once you
It's
prove
a
you're
real
actually
thing.
Canadian, then you're embraced with open arms. But people assume you're American because, let's face it, there's a lot of similarities. But there are a lot of differences too. The big one being guns, I'm going to say, is one of them.
Maybe very soft subject right now.
Yeah,
in
not
the
really gonna
Americas.
go there,
We're
no,
not going
but
to
I'm
touch
just
that
saying-
either. But we're saying,
But
the major difference.
I think that's what annoys me the most is the expectation that Canada has no culture of its own. It's America Junior, which is completely not true.
Oh,
we
man.
have our own identity. We have our
Yeah.
own culture. We're fiercely proud of who we are.
Yeah.
And while there are
more,
similarities,
I found that in the last few years, there was a point where Canadians were so insanely polite to a point where they felt like saying that they were Canadian was almost like bragging, and they like retreated
Yeah.
a bit. In the States, you go, there's like American flags all over the place. I'm proud to be American and all this stuff. America. Yeah. So, but in Canada, we didn't feel like, maybe we shouldn't be really, we shouldn't be
Well,
saying.
we're a more
being
humble
sorry,
people.
Sorry. We're a super awesome country. Sorry. You could.
Sorry for being awesome. We're sorry.
a little bit in the last few years, I find that Canadians, I don't know if it's us, our generation, and the one coming up, but that pride, and it could be the fact that we're the little brother of America, that we want to say, I'm here too, possible, but who knows?
I'd like to say, while we are the little brother, we're the little brother who went to college, as opposed to the big brother who's a crackhead. No offense to Americans.
Crackhead.
There's a lot of
he didn't
crazy
just say that.
stuff. I did.
That-
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, and I'm just gonna say,
South of the border, we're still, please watch
we
us.
still love you, but
I
I'm just
love
saying,
going to
sometimes
States.
I'm like, I haven't been in years. Couldn't
You know,
cross the
you
border.
haven't been there in 2 years.
Anyway, so what's your least favorite thing?
Mine is like, you're going on and I'm fully engaged in your conversation, but the one thing that drives me completely up the wall is when specifically Americans, but other countries talk about our when it comes to our
This sounds deep.
yeah. No, but when it comes to the fact that everything is free when it comes to anything that's medical. So if you're talking about hospitalization,
And
going
you
to your
don't like
doctor-
that we have free healthcare?
No. The healthcare is a broken ass system. And I think it needs to be looked at and changed drastically. And that to me is the fact that people always, the fact that it is free comes at a cost. It comes at a cost in the point where I know so many people, I'm not going to go super deep in this because it's going to be depressing as
It's a
hell.
little political too.
No, it's not political. It doesn't matter what your stripes are. I'm just saying that the whole system is broken. We have that side of it is always one of the first things that people think about is, it's free medical. Bob, in Canada, you should go to free medical, but there's costs at that. There's, waiting for 6 months to get any kind of treatment, or if you need to go for an MRI, it takes like a freaking
But on the
year.
flip side, I remember seeing somebody posted they had a baby at the hospital and they were charged $680 just to hold their baby for 2 minutes.
What
Seriously?
I'm saying is that said being, some people go bankrupt for sure when they have to pay for their own
In the
medical
States,
stuff.
not up here.
No, not here. But I'm saying that our system is broken, and it shouldn't be, just because it's free doesn't mean it's awesome.
I think it needs a tune-up. I don't think it's broken. I think it needs a tune-up.
It's broken, completely
Anyways,
broken.
all right,
So that's my side. Don't take this away from
I'm not,
me. I
I'm
gave
just
you your
looking at the time.
God damn it, son.
God damn it.
Don't take this away from me.
Don't make me get my guns.
Boy, get the gun now. He's being Canadian again. God damn it.
All right, so what's your favorite thing?
Okay, so my favorite thing, 100% my favorite thing, the people.
Oh, that's a good
people.
one.
Canadian people, man, you got it going on. It doesn't matter where I go in Canada. It doesn't matter we'll have, like you guys have in the States and other countries, we have certain areas that are considered bad areas where it's kind of dangerous. I don't know, keep going to the American accent when I'm talking about this.
I like what's wrong with your
It's
mouth?
like, I'm talking about bad areas.
Okay.
I don't know if this is like George Bush. I'm talking about the bad areas. What, in Canada? We got things right in Canada.
Okay.
So,
please stop.
It's a mix. It's a mix of
embarrassing.
different
Please stop.
embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's super fun. They're laughing. I can tell.
You can.
So, for me, again, we'll go back. The people. The people are awesome.
I agree.
From coast to coast,
I've traveled the width of this
south
great
to
country.
north. The people.
Oh yeah.
There's one of these things where if you're new to the country or if you were born in this country, there's almost like a natural instinct, or you're almost forced into being nice to each other. I know during COVID that was a whole different thing. Some people got really nasty, and it was kind of weird for me because you know what, you're Canadian, you're not supposed to be like this.
This is true.
But in general,
Yeah.
I'm talking about in everyday life, people are nice. They want to have a good life. We have all this space, even though we end up being cramped in a few major cities. But overall, the people
This
to
is
me,
true.
Canadian people, be it first generation or been here for 400 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. So there's that you know, from 400 years ago to now, just coming in, people from other countries are showing up like today, and those people are coming in today because they want to be nice, because they want to live a nice life where you're not afraid to go out and take a walk at night. Again, depending on the neighborhood, right? You're going to tell me something, but in general, and that to me, that's my biggest thing. Is Canada to me is the people.
I will have to agree with you on that. Like I said, I've been across this country, coast to coast, and no matter where you go, I mean, there's always going to be a few bad seeds, let's face it. But for the most part, yeah, people are just friendly,
Yeah.
open-minded, and I think that's going to be part of what my answer is not. I know this country isn't perfect.
No,
I know there are individuals. No country's perfect. I know there are individuals out there who are blinders on and very blah blah blah, racist, bigots, sexist, whatever. But overall, I think my favorite thing is that the opportunity here, and I'm not talking about the American dream opportunity. No. I'm talking about how, for the most part, because of the people, there's a lot less judgment and more open-mindedness here. It's not perfect.
No, we've made mistakes as a nation. We've made mistakes for
but
sure.
But overall, I think people...
Well, we recognize those mistakes.
We recognize those mistakes, and I think overall, people are trying to do better. And I find, generally speaking, when I meet fellow Canadians, whether they're, like you said, they've been here for generations or they just emigrated this last week, everybody kind of wants to say, you know what? There's room for you too here.
Yeah.
And let's get to know you. And that means being open-minded to different cultures, different mindsets, different this, different that. I'm reminded right now of a picture that's been circulating for a little while, where you can see in the States, there's like pride parades and people protesting, and then you see the pride parade up here in Canada where the police are like having water gun fights with the people and just having fun with it. And just to say, we want to be open-minded. Are we always? Not always, but for the most part,
we're doing our very best.
We're doing we're doing our very best Canadian way of being. You know what? Friendly, open-minded, and I think that's what I love about this place is you can have that and not feel as judged. And for those who do still feel segregated, I apologize.
Wait for it.
I'm a big Canadian. I'm saying I'm sorry.
No, wait for it. Keep working hard because we're with you and we're moving forward and we're doing beautiful things and you're doing beautiful things.
Yep.
And we're 100% behind you because that's what makes this country awesome, is the fact that you can speak up and you will find support.
Yep.
That's the awesome thing about this. The people.
We've made mistakes as a country.
Oh yeah.
But
like everybody else,
we're working to be better, and I think that's, to me, is what being Canadian's all about.
So
Happy Canada Day.
Every single Canadian out there, thank you for making me love this country as much as I do. You're a massive part of it. Don't let it go. Keep working. We can always progress. We can always get better. But we're going in the right direction, and I love it. Thank you so much. Cheers to Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.
Bonne fête Canada.
Bonne fête Canada.
Cheers. We'll see you next time.